celebration, can?
Come.
So we're going to this one. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. My phone is messed up the other day. So that's why let's see how it goes on. So when I finish color card, come for this. Mariana, stand for me. Come on, hurry up, man. Give me a quotation in the Bible that mentions the word first fruits, Pentecost, or Feast of Weeks. Give me a quotation in the Bible that mentions the word first fruits, Pentecost, or Feast of Weeks. Ask for help. Huh? Again, tell them Deacon. Pharisees. What's the other word? Mafia? And scholars. So bring it home. Ask for help. Hurry up. Waiting.
What do you mean?
Scripture quotation mentioned first fruits. Pentecost or Feast of Weeks. Or one of the two. Quickly. You cannot ask nobody, you have to answer me. You can know who is the last person I help you. Ask Sister YAHAWAH.
Elder, I don't remember. No, I don't think the first verses part. I was thinking the 3 times that we have to appear.
So give me the scripture. It's a part.
It's
You're asking me, you're telling me.
Hey.
Nobody will help you. He's a scholar. When you laugh when you get everything right and then you get it wrong. You laugh.
I'm calling for help.
Who you asking for help?
Yeah.
Jedediah. She asked for help. One quotation.
You wait. Lord, I'll wait.
Okay, you say wait. The next option. Sister Maya.
Leviticus 23, verse 10.
Leviticus 23, verse 10. All right.
It says, speak unto the children of Israel. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Take that from that Belmont. Yeah, go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel. Say it unto them.
You get it correct. Give a round of applause. So get that scripture cap, Leviticus 23. And let's start at verse 4 cap. Leviticus 23, verse 4. Because I know like Ebenezer and some don't understand what first fruit is. Right? Leviticus 23, verse 4.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4.
Read?
These are the feasts of the Lord.
So now, he said feast, meaning pluralized, can? So it's more than one.
That's right.
But whose feast is it?
The Lord.
No, man feast.
The Lord.
Not our feast.
The Lord.
So it's God feast.
That's right.
Read?
Even holy convocations.
So when you say holy convocation, what that meant? Sister Mayana, when the Bible said holy convocation, what it meant?
It means we have to observe it as Sabbath.
No, holy convocation.
I see a holy convocation and couple. I come from addressing what is the meaning.
Take a seat and put it there and turn your faces. And you're going to get calling up a lot. Holy convocation convocation. What is holy convocation? Holy convocation.
We observe it as Sabbath.
Samar, holy convocation.
Set apart gathering.
A gathering. Holy convocation. So at the feast, I cannot say I'm keeping it in my house. I'm not there. It has to be a holy gathering.
That's right.
Right? The feast of the Lord, the three major ones have to be holy gathering.
Come.
Right? Have a seat. Read on.
Which he shall proclaim in their season.
So the season again is pluralized. So each one of these feasts you have to be proclaimed in the season.
That's right.
You understand me? That's why I said everything revolves around the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Right?
Come.
So the question we're going to discuss today is, and we're going to go in terms of the spiritual aspect of first fruit this evening. But now, how much do you know your fathers? Sister Samara stand. Mayan stand. Mayan stand. Sister Manat stand. Aisha stand. We can see all the sisters call, we can shake it and say, yes, I yes. Sister, you understand? If you sleep today, I'm going to beat you on your foot pattern. When you beat them, they can beat them on their foot pattern. They can't tell nobody, no bruises. Sister Samar, what Abraham mean? Abraham. Simple. I'm not asking you nothing hard. I'm asking you about the fundamental of us as being a nation.
That's right.
Father of many nations.
Abraham means father of many nations. Give her a round of applause. Have a seat, man. You see, I'm kind of nice, right? Sister Mayan, what Abraham means? Not Abraham, Abraham. Remember, his name changed from Abraham to Abraham. So Abraham means father of many nations. So now I'm asking you what Abraham means. Yes, ma'am. Yes, that. So she knew it captain. Ask sister, you want the same question, Captain?
Mami, I'll say, Abraham, as a child, Ija, Yamanoso. Amanama in age. But they can Abraham, as a child, I'll say, Abraham, Amanama in age. But Abraham.
How much you know about your father? Sky, it's a rough thing you're running around here, Israelite in the face and your daughter.
I say, when you would not say, we know, I say, oh, Israel, but to me, nature. One man should know with you. You can Abraham, as a child.
Don't say good friend of it.
So, I often said, as a child, saying, a child saying, Abraham, as a child, saying, we are told you, and we are told you, and this. Idin Abraham as a child sang.
Wake him up.
Udin Yawan as a child.
Hey.
Do. It Idin Abraham
Kelvin,
as a
over
child
here.
sang. Say now the result.
Come, sister, Yona, we're waiting. Mayana. Lorna.
Hey, great job.
Give her a round of applause. And it also means exalted. It means father or exalted. Right? So now we still have 4. There goes 4. I share Isaac. Sister Banat, I need to see. Zaman, turn your head around. Isaac. Everybody keep quiet. Let's see how much you know. Your father. Aisha, Isaac. Let me see if I'm two inside your name, Isaac. Nobody your name, Isaac?
So why element the Isaac?
Isaac, sister Yon. Yeah. Sister Banat, Isaac. Your husband name Isaac. What's the meaning of your husband name? Mayan,
Savior.
you see? What? What? That's it. He will laugh. Because he said he will laugh, but he mean rejoicing. So rejoicing would go right back to Christ. So give Sister Mayan a round of applause. You can laugh. Mayan. What is it?
So that if somebody asks you for the meaning of Isaac, can you say laughter?
Yes, laughter. Because they give a name pertaining to when the black woman laugh at the angel.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's just the most I turn that laughter into rejoicing. I remember the angel after I said Abraham, you see why? I'm correct. You understand me? Next question, Banat. Jacob. What the word Jacob mean? Huh? Yeah. Aisha. Sister Yawana. Tell Sister Yawana.
Mommy, I'll say Yaka, Jacob. As a child say Jacob. As a child say Jacob.
Tell her after I have Captain.
I'll say
Loving wow. Shema.
as a shaman, remember one.
That's Israel. That's not Jacob. See the difference?
That's
Did
right.
Abraham name change? Did
Huh.
Abraham name change?
That's right.
Did Jacob name change? So I don't ask you what the meaning of Israel. I said, what's the meaning of Jacob? Zamar. Better when somebody said the answer, I say, hey,
Yes, yes.
supply, simple. So give Zamar a round of applause. Everybody seated. Jacob means supply, one who supply. Israel means righteous prince of power. Righteous prince of power never take Esau's birthright.
That's right.
The one who supplant take Esau's birthright. Supplanting meaning trick him and take it.
That's right.
So you have to know the meaning of your forefathers. They are our foundation. If we don't know the meaning of our fathers, who's going to know it? That's our foundation. That's where our beginning started. Can? Get. So over here, get Genesis. I think 13. Abraham the Hebrew. Yeah, Genesis 14:13. Get that and read it for me.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 14, verse 18. And they came what? Have escaped and told Abram.
Who he told?
Abram.
Not Abraham.
But Abram,
Read.
the Hebrew.
Who was he?
The Hebrew.
Who was he?
The Hebrew.
So he was a Hebrew even before the Most High changed it.
That's right.
Do you see that?
Come.
Just like y'all was Hebrew way before you get this knowledge. So that's why when you come into the truth now, what you do? You get new names, you get new belief, new sense of life, new everything. So you see in life, there's nothing new under the sun. Because Abraham known as a Hebrew before he was father of many nations.
That's right.
Here he was just exalted father. Can?
Come.
And so we're going to show you a lot of different stuff, how this join into first fruits. So go back to Leviticus 23, Cap, and read verse 9.
This is the
Stand
book
up,
of
stand up,
Leviticus,
stand up.
chapter 23, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord spake unto Moses.
Who speak unto Moses?
The Lord.
Read.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when he come into the land which I give unto you, and shall heap the harvest thereof, then he shall bring a hay of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
So you see that? You bring it to the priest. So as I said, today we don't have no righteous line of a priest.
That's right.
So that's the best thing we can do. We can do some charity in terms of we still cannot rob God. Now remember when Malachi wrote, it was in captivity, right?
That's right.
And in captivity, Malachi said, children of Israel, God's here robbing you.
In tithes and in offerings.
Huh?
Come.
So we have something important next to show you. Get the Apocrypha. What is that? Get the Apocrypha. So, Tobit Captain. Tobit is how many books in the Apocrypha do you think? Book, Tobit. What range you find Tobit in the Apocrypha? How many books? See, as soon as I just up the Pharisees and here, the fourth.
You are mine, elder.
Samar,
Yes.
third book. So get Tobit 2, verse 1 from it. Let's see what Tobit said about this first fruits.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 2, verse 1. Now when I was come home again, and my wife Anna was restored unto me.
So Tobit, when coming from Israel, when I read the book of Tobit 1, you'll see that Tobit was making the trip to Jerusalem 3 times a year.
Right?
So Tobit say, when he go back to his land, his wife was there. What land did Tobit live in? We'll use the bathroom. Go. Aisha, where did Tobit live? Mayana, what country do you find him live in? Hurry up, ma'am, I'm waiting. Stand. Mayan, what country do we find him live in? Iraq. Give Mayan a round of applause. Right? So Tobit now, prove that first, Captain. Get Tobit 1, verse 2.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 1,
Six.
verse 2. Whom in time.
Read from verse 1.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 1, verse 1. The book of the words of Tobit, son of Tobiel, the son of Ananiel, the son of Duo, the son of Gabriel, the seed of Asel, of the tribe of Naphtali.
So what tribe was Tobit from? Read on.
Who in the time of Manasseh, king of the Assyrians, was led captive out of Tisbe, which is at the right arm of that city, which is called probably Naphtali in Galilee.
So Tobit, the land of Naphtali, is in Galilee.
About
Right?
about Asher. Tobit was walked. Tobit have walked all the days of my life in the way of truth and justice, and I did many alms deeds to my brethren.
See what Tobit said. He assists his brothers and sisters.
That's right.
He say he never did one alms deed, he did many. Right? Read on.
And my nation, who came with one to Nineveh, into the land of the Assyrians.
So you see that. So Tobit was in Nineveh, in the land of the Assyrians, which is northern Iraq. Read.
And when I was in my own country, in the land of Israel, being but young, all the tribe of Naphtali, my father fell from the house of Jerusalem.
So you see, so he's telling you what take place making reach Nineveh. Read verse 6.
Verse 6. But I alone went often to Jerusalem at feast.
So you hear what he said? He was the only one. His wife, his family, nobody ever come with him.
That's right.
So he was the only one to go to Jerusalem to what? To the feast.
Come.
So read Tobit.
Now when I was come home again,
So after he leave Jerusalem, he come home. Right? Read on.
my wife Anna was restored unto me.
So his wife was who?
Hannah.
So he met his wife when he come back home. Read on.
With my son Tobias in the feast of Pentecost.
In the feast of what?
Pentecost.
So they told him keep the feast of Pentecost.
Come.
So what he did, he went to Jerusalem for Pentecost. So when he come back, he was still in the feast. Meaning he go for the first couple of days and he came back. So now he's in the feast of what? Pentecost. Read on.
Which is the holy feast of 7 weeks.
So the only feast of what?
7 weeks.
So how it become a feast for 7 weeks? Let the scholars are.
I see, you can't, I assess a pity depon na, a then, and a friend, a pity in that point, and now.
And even this proved that the lunar Sabbath is foolishness. How it become a feast for 7 weeks? Think. Your part, stand. 7 times 7. I never said 7 1. I said 7 times 7. And the Sabbath, after the Sabbath, since 49 days.
That's right.
So they were keeping it holy from Passover, meaning they were preparing for it. They were waiting for it. So it was a 7-week feast.
That's right.
You understand me? So that's why 7 times 7 is 40 what? So if we're going by a weekly Shabbat, could not be a lunar Shabbat. If you believe in the Apocrypha. Can? Read on, Cap.
Which is the holy feast of 7 weeks. There was a good dinner prepared me.
So what Tobit said?
There was a good dinner prepared me.
So his wife gave him an awesome meal because the feast is rejoicing.
That's right.
Right? Even now it should be 7 days of feasting. So every day you should eat good. So you're going to have a fish on your plate that the fish even dropping over the plate. You understand me? So even here go Tobit now say you get what? A good dinner.
That's right.
So Sister Banat when you go cook a nice meal, protein pack. You understand me? And some nice Gayala we do for bank you eat like that? And in Ghana, they here almost a year, right? Yeah? From we keep here in March, okay? Right? You haven't got no Ghanaian food yet. Right? So Rapa, you have to pound some fufu fine. You haven't even say Nigerian fufu in America. So you have to get the Ghanaian fufu. Huh? So now Tobit saying get a nice plate his wife prepared before him. Read on, Cap.
In the which I sat down to eat. And when I saw abundance of meat, I said to my son, go and bring that poor man. So ever thou shalt find out of our brethren.
See what Tobit said? It was abundance of what, Captain?
Meat.
Abundance of what?
Meat.
So all the ancient Israelites used to eat?
No, me.
Meat, protein.
My protein.
You understand me? We eat a lot of bread too. But it was a lot of protein with bread. That's why Christ eat fish and bread.
That's
Eat
right.
a lot of meat. So Tobit said when his wife prepared this, he tell his son, listen, go call the poor man there that don't have nothing to eat, that was God-fearing.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
Who is mindful of the Lord.
So the poor man was mindful of God.
That's right.
But you see that? Meaning he was mindful of God, he was still poor. Read? What verse you have?
Verse 2. And lo, I tarry for thee. But he came again and said, Father, one of our nation is strangled and is cast out in the marketplace.
So now the son went back to Tobit and said, listen man, somebody killed the man. One of our own people killed him. In the feast of Pentecost. Right? Read on.
Then before I had tasted of any meat, I started up and took him up into a room until the going down of the sun.
Read.
Then I returned and washed myself and ate my meat in heaviness.
So you see that? Not because it's Pentecost and you lose somebody. That means you're not going to keep it Pentecost.
Still remains Pentecost.
Yes, he still was eating the meat with tears in his eye.
Oh, sorry.
We have a problem? Right? So you see that? So we all have our differences and we say, we're not doing this, my mother died, my father died, all that. Tobit never did that. And even now, he become unclean.
That's right. That's right.
You will see. He says, still eat the Most High feast in heaviness.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
Remembering that prophecy of Amos, as he said, your feast shall be turned into mourning.
So Tobit quoting from Isaiah
Amos.
and Amos. Where it said our feast day went just like now. What our feast day turned into? Yeah, many people say we shouldn't keep the feast in because we're in captivity.
That's right.
You know that. But what was Tobit doing here? And what was Tobit teaching here? Right? Read on what verse that says.
Verse 6.
Read.
Remembering that prophecy of Amos, as he said, your feast shall be turned into mourning, and all your meat into lamentation.
Read on.
Therefore I wept, and after the going down of the sun, I went and made a grave and buried him.
What he did?
Made a grave and
Because
buried
you
him.
know why he never do it now? And keep him in the house overnight. Right? But the feast is from sunset to when? To sunset tomorrow night. So even in the feast, he never go there to dig the grave to bury it tomorrow. He wait till the sun set to do what?
Buried him.
So why people keep funeral early morning?
Oh.
And where was the funeral here? Where did he stay 5, 6 weeks, 2 years on the ice? Yeah? Where was his family coming from? Where were they? So Tobit said when the sun go down tomorrow evening, after the Shabbat finished, he went and he met the old and buried him. Right? Read on, Cap.
Verse 7. Select verse 8. But my neighbors mocked me.
What he said the people do?
Mocked me.
Because the man was poor. Just like some of you today wouldn't be nice to somebody out there because they are poor.
That's right.
Be honest with yourself. How do you talk to somebody else out there when you see them as not your equal?
No freckle.
When you see somebody that's not your equal, how do you respond to them? Be honest. But when Tobit do that harm, Tobit said the people that know him start to mock him. Just like you go there now and take off the shirt off your back and give it to somebody who don't have a shirt. All the rest of people are looking at you. Oh, you're stupid, you're evil. I won't do that. Right? Read on.
But my neighbors mocked me and said, this man is not yet afraid to be put to death for this matter,
Read.
who fled away, and yet, lo, he buried the dead again.
So you see that? So they say he was not scared because it was a mob who killed this poor man for whatever reason. And they said, Tobit, go in the midst, just like what Joseph did to YAHAWAH. You understand me? And Tobit, you go bury him, you're not scared of us? Right? Read on.
The same night also I returned from the burial and slept by the wall of my country yard.
Courtyard.
Salaki, of my courtyard.
So what is a courtyard of an house? Deacon is a builder. No, so one is a young builder stand. All she can put in me, they never have no purpose on the earth. Okay? What's a courtyard, sir? Veranda. Give him a round of applause. See that?
You said when someone died, when you go by a corpse, you are unclean. So how come you were able to take a corpse from the outside and put it in the room and went into
Because it was unclean. Maybe when he took the body, the spirit never left it yet. The spirit was on the way. So just like somebody died, you touch their paws, they can beat the paws.
That's right.
So you wait till the last one here. But he was unclean. You're going to see. So that's why he says he slept in the veranda in the courtyard. Because he was unclean, he never went in his house. So just imagine today, I share your stand. I want you to be honest with me. Okay? If we can go to a funeral today, and you went to my sister, you want to say, I'm not getting you in, would it be an argument? Zamar, your sister only looking at me. Would it be an argument? Yes. Man, if I went to a funeral and when he come, you say, listen man, your taser still there, you cannot come back in here. Would it be a fight or argument?
Hey, war.
But it's same thing would go for sisters. What would a woman do today? Be honest, be honest. Go to the funeral, stay there, you cannot come back in the house. The woman pack up, go back to her mother's house, right?
They'll be going to brother attack.
They'll be going to brother attack. Right? But you see now, so Tobit finished the funeral and he says sleep in his veranda, in his courtyard. He never entered back the house. So you see a life without emotions?
That's right.
Just imagine you tell a woman, say, listen, you go to that funeral, don't come back in the house. Captain Kawakabina find brother at the funeral already, right? You that call and say, brother, are you still interested? They put me out. That's the main reason, they put me out. But see, Tobit going by the principle of uncleanness.
That's right.
He said when he came back, he stayed in where? In his courtyard.
That's right.
His out the door place. He never entered back into his house. Right? Read on.
Being polluted.
Being what?
Polluted.
Being what?
Polluted.
Tell a black woman that she's polluted.
Hey.
Black man here that is nobody and is a piece of shit and is polluted every day of his life. Tell a black woman she's polluted. Just tell a Negro woman you're polluted and see. But Tobit here admitting he's polluted.
That's right.
So you say, I'm polluted, I'm not going into my house.
Come.
And some of these women will even be upset too if the man come and say I'm sleeping on the veranda. She'll have a whole attitude for it.
That's right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Come.
Read on.
And my face was uncovered.
His face was what?
Uncovered.
Because unclean. You make somebody know you're unclean. Behold. Let's wait tonight. She's dreaming the latter number. So after the sunset gathering.
Come.
That's the last chance for the day, man. Okay? Alright. So you see, so Tobit said his face was covered like her face was covered. So people see his dress attire, everybody's know he's an unclean person.
Unclean. Other window, not from one and becoming to do with that. I unclean. I examine.
Said, you talking of uncleanness, if I'm weak and I find the smell in the farm and I take it and give to someone, is it sin?
Yes. You can't give that to your people, you can't give it to the Chinese and the white people.
I say warning and then say Bible say which media ma a hoho which Chinese me, Japan me, but one can say we need to be found not be. That's our brave right. Into years and warning.
Rapa, did you do that? Huh?
I said, oh yes, Anna.
He did it. He did it.
Old man
Rapa.
was 1 year old.
It's fine. Ask him to do that because it's wearing in my house.
Real incident?
Yeah. People do it too. And so, every once in a while, it was like when you have one or two, we have some systems certain place that like boom, they will give it to thousands of one is supposed to come. And people like CDs,
Casinos.
yeah, one.
Would you ever think about buying a snail in your life?
No.
Summer, a warrior. If it was free, would you take it? Have you ever seen anybody cook it in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it in supermarket?
No, we cook it in Jamaica, the hotel. We call it Yeah, but not
Not amongst the
nah, the
natives.
white guys wanted to.
No.
That's your business, I'll pray for you. Right? Read on, Captain. But you know it's not right, that's why you ask that question. So when you say spirit being witness against it.
Aso from one and then we be a king comes along. The way one in a way until we say because why do you from one a booth? Says
Right? Verse 10.
Verse 10. And I knew not that there were sparrows in the wall.
So you never know there were trees growing outside the wall because I said his face was covered and it's a way of mourning too. Put ashes on your head, cut your whole head off. So it was in bitterness. Now just imagine you have a nice plate of meal and you say, let me go and call Matatoa to get some. And somebody come back and say, yo, they just killed Matatoa. How much are you eat?
I said, yeah, people will eat too.
People will eat. In terms of what Tobit went through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they go food you.
Yeah, they make sure you eat before they tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll do that?
Yes. So anytime they come to tell you someone, they ask, oh, have you eaten? Immediately they ask you that you know that someone is dead.
Well, we don't have that privilege in Jamaica. From out the junction, they hear, yo, the boy dead, and you then turn him over. And only somebody old will cry. Young people our age, will they cry? Some are. Jedediah, will they cry? Be honest. Only thing when you say, right, then we not just see the man up there, sir.
Yes.
Jamaica have a funny way. Yo, they turn him over. And then he dead.
Yes.
And you will hear from out there, yo, they just, guess who they just killed? Boom, lad, he dead. Jamaica not like all that nice thing if you eat, if you drink, who cares? You understand me? But with Tobit's situation now, we're talking about somebody in the congregation. Because remember they said he was God-fearing. Right? So it have to be something spiritual about to make Tobit ask for. So say for instance, today now we hear that, who is not here, Captain? Brother Nagash died. Sister Zawan, Zaya P. She lead? She will not eat. You understand me? What Tobit said is the feast. What do you have to do? Eat. Keep the feast and mourn later. Can remember the Bible says you should even mourn on God's Sabbath day. It's not your day. You get 6 days to mourn. So that's why you see these people who keep funeral on God's day, they have a meeting together. You understand me? So Tobit was in his mourning. So he said when he wrapped himself up, there was trees coming through whatever wall he had there, and it took him in his eyes. Right? Read on.
And my eyes being open, the sparrows lifted one down into my eyes.
Read.
And a whiteness came into my eyes. And I went to the physician.
So he went to the doctor, read.
But they helped me not.
But the physician could not fix the problem that he had. Right? Read on.
Moreover, Archaeocreos did nourish me until I went into Elimas.
So these are spiritual leaders that help him. Elders. Read.
Verse 11. And my wife Anna did take woman's work to do.
So his wife Abijah. So you see, you talk to a woman today, a woman will tell you in the beginning, man is supposed to work and provide and protect and all this. But we were in captivity more than any other race.
That's right.
A woman was working. So when they say woman was, she have a woman work to do. What type of job was she doing? You will see. Typical woman job. Tell a woman to wash for you to the captain. Hey. What do you think, Deacon? Come on, you have something to say? She has nails.
Yeah, she can watch.
Right? Read on, Cap.
Verse 12. And when she had sent them home to the owners, they paid her wages.
They paid her what?
Wages.
Because by our law, somebody's supposed to get paid every day. Can?
Can.
Read.
And gave her also beside a kid.
So when they pay her money, they gave her Valentine. They gave her a little goat.
That's right.
Right? Read.
And when it was in my house and began to cry.
So you hear it. You remember secret of warrior? You never see, kind of high sick. So he said the kid come home and the kid started to cry. What did he do?
He began to cry.
Read.
And I said unto her, from whence is this kid?
Read.
Is it not stolen?
So what he's saying, you stole this damn goat.
Mm.
Deacon, be honest. Your wife go work for some man. And your wife come home and said, he paid me good and he gave me this cow. Be honest, what would you do? You better bring that damn cow back. Right, Awar, why is so nice to you? So look. Israelite man have the same tradition no matter where we come from. Whether in Iraq, Naphtali, Jamaica, America, Africa. You go work, just get your pay and come home.
That's right.
Right? Go work, get your pay and come home. Why is giving you a car? Why do you have to drive you home? Right? Read on, Cap. So when Tobet now hear the goat crying, he said, did you steal this goat? Read on.
Render it to the owners.
So he said, bring it back. Read.
For it is not lawful to eat anything that is stolen.
So you see, no Tobet giving you a next law. So this is the next law that Tobet was going by.
That's right.
They said, as an Israelite, you must not eat anything that is stolen. Right? Read on.
But she replied upon him,
Read.
it was given for a gift more than the wages.
Read on.
Howbeit, I did not believe her.
You see that Tobet said, all she said this and that. I'm not believing this raggedy woman, Shema. See? I send her to work. Just collect your pay and come home. Don't bring no gift. Don't bring no goat. Don't come and tell me she buy you a bicycle. She buy you a baboya. Just collect your pay and come home.
That's right.
Right? She want to get gift. Send it back. Send it back. Right, warrior? Right? Jedediah? Send it back.
If you are a man and a woman that does that for you, will you send it back?
Me?
A woman
Definitely.
is asking that question.
How much woman giving man a whole goat up here today? So I'll definitely give it back. Right? So Tobet said all the explanation. I do not believe her. So look now, brothers and sisters. What? From when man have doubt in black woman?
Oh.
From when?
Ages.
And you see the problem is, she know the man is sick. So when she bring the goat home, she never said anything. But God when the goat start to cry. And he says, what the hell is there crying?
A punch.
A punch? Bring it back. Can? Read on.
But bade her render it to the owners. And I was avenged at her. But she replied upon me.
So when you say avenged on her, what do you mean by that? Yeah, he was angry. Right? Read.
Where are mine arms and my righteous deeds? Behold, thou and all thy works are known.
So the woman said, listen, it's my righteous deeds, my righteous arm, Tobet, whatever thing you do, everybody know. Right. So nobody will pass a place with you. Right?
Come.
Read.
Chapter 3, verse 1. Then I grieved, that I being grieved did weep, and in my sorrow prayed, saying,
Read.
O Lord, thou art just, and all thy works, and all thy ways are merciful and truth, and thou judgest truly and justly forever.
Read.
Remember me and look on me. Punish me not for my sins and ignorance, and the sins of my fathers, who have sinned before thee.
So now, Tobet now, you have to take low. And you have to tell the Most High that what? He wasn't punishing because he was ignorant. You understand me? Because he took it out of proportion. Can?
Come.
So now, let's go back to 2 Maccabees chapter 12:32. In terms of scripture in the Apocrypha that talk about first fruits. Can? I understand from the close the books, close the Bible. I tell them to close it. You have all the mind in the world. Take the time. Me? But Abraham mean? But Abraham mean? Abraham. A-B-R-A-M, yeah. And what else? He was an exalted father. Who's Abraham's first child? See, I know who else was going to tell me about something.
Isaac, he was the one who was going to sacrifice.
We believe it's Isaac. Let me see your hands who say Isaac. Stand. Is it Isaac or is it Ishmael? Which one? Who is Abraham's first son?
Ishmael.
Ishmael.
So how come the Most High asked him to sacrifice his first child?
Because the Most High can do that. Because what you have to understand with wife and bondwoman, the bondwoman child cannot be king. The bondwoman child should be, alright, let me not say, because Israel, they have not already. But the bondwoman child should not be king. It's the chosen. So that's why you're going to read what? Matthew 3 and Matthew 2. When Herod was killing the children, what did it say? It said Rachel weeping for her children.
She refused to be comforted.
Rachel. How many child did Rachel have?
Rachel 4. Aside,
Okay. How many did Leah have?
Leah 2. Aside what the other maids had.
How many children did Leah have?
6.
How many children did Leah have? Zawan, how many children did Leah have? Oh. Sister Mana. Stand. Sister Grace, how many children Leah have?
Elder.
Oh.
And Kalayan and Leah, no, or Kalayan. Leah.
Oh.
You're probably Leah.
Hey, shh. Kawaka. Huh? 8. A warrior. Oh.
7.
7.
Yes. With the daughter.
7. They have 7 children. And then they can't have the concubine's children. That's why they can choose. But who was the wife? Everybody seated. Who did Jacob desire to be his wife?
Rachel.
Rachel. Right? So that's why I know when you see, it tell you know that Rachel was the one weeping for all of those children. So even when I see that, I have to check the translation to see if it was a mistranslation. But it was not a mistranslation. Then I understood what it was meant. You understand me? Because all those children would go to her anyway. Can? So yeah, get me 2 Maccabees 12:30. Go. He's not actual, that's who the man designed. Because remember, I was tricked into getting Leah.
That's right.
That's what he said, he was tricked. But was he tricked? He wasn't tricked. Yeah, because the people have their own law, but black people want to go everywhere and create their own law. So Lebanon was like, we don't do things like that here. You can ask for what you ask for. You understand me? How many times somebody worked for you? And when the person work for you, you say, oh, the job is 500 CDs. And you say, man, I'm giving you 450. You can't take 3. Be honest. The work is finished already, right? Because that's something that Sister Mayana do a lot. How much time somebody work for you? And when the work finish and the person say 500 CDs, you say, hey, you can't take 250. You understand me? So that's what, when Jacob went there and said, I want Rachel, when Jacob went there and said, I want Rachel, the family just said, look at him and say, okay, 7 years. When the 7 years up, they say, hey, that's not weak. You have to take this big one. Go back in the field, work 7 more years. You understand me? But those were the days when woman was valuable. Be honest now, brothers. Which one of you work for a woman for 7 years? Would you do that, Deacon? 7 years you're working, free labor, no money at the end of the week. 7 years.
If it were back then, brothers would do it with joy.
But today,
I'm not
Today? You understand me? That time when people have values and it was rules, it was regulation. Can you remember when they had a person sleep with our sister? Simeon and Levi went to kill him and said, you can't treat your daughter like a woman. You understand me? But he didn't want to marry her.
That's right.
But the only problem was it was too quick. Right?
Right.
What we have kept? Second Maccabees?
32.
Read, start at 31.
This is the second book of Maccabees, chapter 12, verse 31. They gave them thanks, desiring them to be friendly, so unto them.
Stop. Kingsley, stand. What scripture captain reading, sir? First Maccabees. I'm waiting. Come, stand up here. Stand for me. What scripture captain reading? Huh? First Maccabees. Kelvin, stand. What scripture captain reading? A round of applause for Kelvin. Go for the and see the position. Come, turn around and you still listen. Continue, Captain.
And they gave thanks, desiring them to be friendly, so unto them. And so they came to Jerusalem, the feast of the weeks approaching.
Meaning, so everybody know when this feast is 50 days from Passover. So they all came to where?
Jerusalem.
Read verse 32, no?
And after the feast, called Pentecost, they went forth against Gorgias, the governor of Idumea.
So you see when the Maccabees finish the feast of Pentecost, they say, okay, we're rejoicing, the feast finished now. They went to fight the Edomites. They never fight them in the feast. As soon as the feast finished, Judah Maccabees then said, listen man, Edom and the king up here, let's go fight. Read.
Verse 33. Who came out with 3,000 men of foot and 4,000 horsemen. And it happened that in their fighting together, a few of the Jews were slain.
How much are the Jews?
A few.
So you see, when we go to war, much of our people don't die. A few. And when a few died in Israel, just like today, you hear that the Palestinians can kill one white Jew. It's a big thing they said, right? That's how we used to be one time. When we go to war, we used to come back what? And defeated.
Come.
So now we're going to read something in Jubilee. Huh? Jubilee. Yeah, try to read it fast, verse 64. Page 64. Yes, from top in Jubilee. Take notes.
This is the book of Jubilees, page 64.
Mhm. My phone.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes, chapter.
Fifteen.
Chapter 64 from 1 to 34.
15. Yeah, chapter 15.
34. From 1 to 34. Next page. Read on.
And in the fifth year of the fourth week of this jubilee,
Mhm.
in the 10th month,
In the what?
in the 10th month,
So when is first fruits?
in the 10th month,
In the what?
the 10th
So
month.
you see, that's why the New Year couldn't be January.
Come.
If the New Year is January and you have the Feast of First Fruits in March, when is Easter?
Ha.
Don't they celebrate Easter as Passover?
Come.
So now, Pentecost could not be before Easter.
That's right. That's right.
Pentecost have to be 50 days from Easter.
Come.
So you see, if you just have any knowledge of any history, the Christian church is undefeated.
That's right.
Because now the history telling you Pentecost is in the 3rd month. So the 3rd month would be March. So can Pentecost be before Easter? Cannot.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
In the middle of the month.
In the what?
In the middle of the month.
Meaning 7 days going forward. In the middle of the 3rd month. Read.
Abraham celebrated the feast of the first fruits.
Who celebrated it?
Abraham
Read on.
celebrated the feast of the first fruits of the grain harvest, and he offered new offerings on the altar, the first fruits of the produce unto the Lord.
So the first fruits of the produce, the first calf, the first goat, the first sheep, Abraham offered to
Unto the Lord,
read on,
and heifer, and a goat,
cow,
and
goat,
a sheep
sheep,
on the altar as a burnt sacrifice unto the Lord.
read on,
Their food offerings and their drink offerings he offered upon the altar with frank incense.
so he bring the fruits and the drink, and he offer it with what?
Frank incense.
Frankincense, right? Read on.
And the Lord appeared to Abram,
And who appeared to him?
the Lord
Read.
appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am God Almighty. Approve thyself before me, and be thou perfect.
Be thou what?
Perfect.
Be thou what?
Perfect.
Read on.
And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly.
So you see that. So at this point, the covenant did not make it.
That's right.
So just like how we rehearsing it today, there is no covenant made with us yet. And when I say that, what I mean, we have not get the privilege of the new covenant.
That's right.
Where we still studying, we still teaching.
Come.
Just like Abraham was. He was doing all these great work before the covenant was made.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abraham fell on his face.
Abraham did what?
Fell on his face.
Read on.
And God talked with him and said, Behold, my ordinance is with thee, and thou wilt be the father of many nations.
So you see, so this is what he tell you about in Genesis 17, when he was getting his name changed. These are the other steps that was explained. Read.
Neither will thy name anymore be called Abram,
Read.
but thy name from henceforth, even forever, shall be Abraham, for the father of many nations.
So I understand. Name some of Abraham's children as a nation. Abraham's children as a nation. You did religious education in school, and Aisha, you was telling me you was bragging. Aisha, stand.
Like,
Come on. I know you remember what you was doing 12 years ago.
Elder, I can only say one.
Who is it?
Isaac down.
I say nation, not except for individual. Abraham means father of many nations. So name me some of these nations. If he's the father of many, name the son. Aisha. Speak up.
Ishmaelites.
That's one. Go ahead. Issachar. Daddy. Go ahead.
Edomites.
Huh?
Edomites.
Esau. Go ahead. He's the father of many. So we got two. We got Ishmael, we got Esau. Okay, you see one thing with Jacob? Some of the most rebellious people on this earth come from his loins. And you name two. Now what the ordinance for Ishmael is wild, right? And what's the ordinance for Esau? He's wasted away. And then what the next one is who? Israel. We, the most rebellious out of all the people. Let's say
Israel's nation.
type Tawana. Type Tawana come. And so y'all have a see. So when you do the history, some of the most rebellious people on this earth came from who? When you turn on the news, the only people giving problem on this earth is who? Abraham children. You're going to hear Ishmael bombing somewhere. You're going to hear Esau stealing something for somewhere. You're going to hear the black man doing something stupid. What you really hearing about Ham, Elam, and these people? You don't hear much about them. Just turn on the news and watch it. It's Abraham children again. Right? Read on, Cap.
For the father of many nations have I made thee, and I shall make thee very great, and I shall make thee into nations, and kings will come forth from thee.
Who will come?
Kings.
Pure lies, right?
Huh.
So that's why you're talking about Keturah children now. How many children did Abraham have with Keturah? Mayan. Say, how many children did Abraham have with Keturah? Fingernail will not tell you anything. How are you? 4. Kawakab.
I remember I can guess.
Yes.
5.
5. Aishayar. Huh? 5. Zamar. 4. Zawan. Mayan. Mayana, you're weak. So that's your last week.
No, that is my
6.
fifth.
The other day 6. Give him a round of applause. Right? Read what you have, Cap.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife.
Abraham did what?
Took a wife.
After Sarah died, Abraham took a who?
A wife.
Read on.
And her name was Keturah.
Her name was what?
Keturah.
What was Abraham's third wife name?
Keturah.
Read on.
And she bare him Zimran,
Zimran,
and Jokshan,
Jokshan,
and Medan, and Midian,
Midian who?
and Ishbak.
So Midian, so you see when you understand history, you'll understand a lot. And you'll understand where our foreparents think. Do you understand where I'm going now?
Yeah.
Because when Moses took a wife, who was Jethro? That's why you have GOCC teach that the Midianite wife was who? Japheth. Because Japheth had a son named Midian. So if you just read the Bible and understand, you will see that Moses took a wife from his loins. He took a Hebrew wife from his loins.
So what people like rebelling against his brothers and sisters?
They never rebel for that one. They rebel for the Ethiopian one.
Can't.
Because they know who that one was. They know that one was relative. So they never rebel for that. So when you read Numbers 12, they rebel for the Ethiopian one.
That's right.
But in fact, when Abraham is relative. That's why Jethro could come and reason with them because they know exactly who he was. So they hear people talk about Japheth's son Midian, Moses took a Japhetic wife. Foolishness! Moses took an Hebrew woman. And Abraham was an Hebrew. So Abraham's children was the Hebrew. So these are the children that Moses had with Keturah. Not Moses, Abraham. So they mix up now along with the Ishmaelites. Because the word Arab means mix. you see, that's why I always tell people, you have to read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, along with other books. And you have to read it over again. And if God is with you, He'll make you remember all of this stuff. You understand me? But when you see Midian, Jethro, high priest for what? And why were they so kind to Moses? Because remember I asked you already? How much of you know here as father? You see somebody come, don't have nothing. And you said, okay, Cap, come marry my daughter. Be honest with yourself. Moses could Moses pay the diary? No. He could pay the labor, but he never have it to pay. Did he? And you said, Moses, come and marry my good daughter. Okay. Give her all these children.
The one that did for.
Yeah, and then that's it.
I'm waiting for that, but I
Right? But the problem is, Jethro knew who he was. And Jethro knew, every nation know what the prophecy is. Jethro knew what the prophecy was. 2019, didn't Nana came out and said, slavery is finished? Because by law, you cannot enslave nobody for more than 400 years. Do you know that? Even Trump did something in America for it. If you Google it, Trump did something in America for it, where they closed the barrier. Because by law, by any law, you cannot enslave nobody for more than 400 years. So Jethro knew what the prophecy was. So in Jethro hear that the Egyptian helped them, Jethro said, go for him. And when Moses go, Jethro said he's not an Egyptian, he's a Hebrew. Jethro said, marry my daughter and stay right here. So that's why when they're fighting, Moses fight against many nations. He never fight against Midian. Never fight against him. Because they help him. He know they were. That was Abraham's children. So you read stuff and it go right over your head. But when you do it more than once, the Most High bring you back to understanding. So read on that, Genesis.
Genesis 25, verse 2. And she bare him Zimran, and Jekshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shua. None of this.
Read back there, Jubilee.
Verse 7. Verse 9. And I shall establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, throughout their generations.
So their what?
Generations.
So more Abraham children control the whole Middle East. All the oil. And now, technically, y'all will control all the gold in Africa. Read.
For an eternal covenant, so that I may be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. And I shall give to thee and to thy seed after thee the land where thou hast been a sojourner, the land of Canaan.
The land of where?
Canaan.
So where's the land of Canaan? Let me see your hands. Kawakab, the land of Canaan, where is it?
Israel.
Well done, you've got to have a round of applause. Last week somebody said South Africa. Who did say that? Samara, what did you say last week? What we don't care?
That thou mayest possess it forever.
That we may possess it for what?
Forever.
Read on.
And I shall be their God. And the Lord said unto Abraham, and as for thee, do thou keep my covenant, thou and thy seed after thee, and circumcise ye every male.
Circumcise what?
Ye every male among you.
Read on.
And circumcise your foreskins.
So no, where Ghanaian get circumcision from? Because I'm circumcised the woman, not the man. So y'all still keep some of the ordinance. But the question is, why can't y'all keep all the ordinance? Because if you look at the black woman in Africa today, the black woman in Africa want to be like, I wouldn't even use the word Europeans. Because if you know some of the Europeans, they don't dress like that. The one that we call white trash. They don't dress like how you see what the black woman desire to be like today. Because white woman make a change quickly. They call them conservative, right? Those are who run America, the white conservative. They move from New York to Houston, they move to the North Carolina, the South Carolina. They're doing things like what their parents used to do. It's only the vagabond Jews, not vagabond white people you'll find in New York and LA. But when you look at the shape of black woman now, black man, you're sagging your pants. It's a prison custom. You understand me? Slippers and socks. It's a prison custom. So that's why the white man call you a monkey. Because monkey see, monkey do. Read?
And it shall be a token for an eternal covenant between me and you.
Read on.
And the child, on the 8th day, he shall circumcise.
And the woman's day?
On the 8th day. Every male throughout your generation.
Let me see if the mother's here. Whoever circumcised a child on the 8th day.
So why any child, I am the back, I am Chitia, and then also I am not.
Anybody? You do it on the 8th day? What happened when they do it? Did the child cry? They cry. You know, technically, when they do it, that the child don't cry. The child not supposed to cry. If you do it after the 8th day, the child don't cry. But if you do circumcision on the 8th day, the child don't cry. So do you sure it was the 8th day? Because the child not supposed to cry when they circumcised on the 8th day. What day is circumcision?
8 days.
8 days. Did he cry? No, the child not supposed to cry. So what did you circumcise? You sure? Come on, come, you circumcised. Either you do it now, or when we go in the wilderness, somebody go and hold it and took a stone. That's what Joshua did. Yeah, and cut the foreskin. That's what Joshua did. That's why Israel, we stayed there for what, a year? We couldn't move because they said the man was sore. I remember when Levi and Simeon went to the land, that's what they did. They circumcised them and then killed them.
Moses'
Okay, huh?
wife.
Moses' wife rebelled for it.
Yeah.
Rebel. It was vicious. And they said it was bloody. Because the older you be, it's the harder it be. Depends on how you do it. Because I never got circumcised as a child. I got circumcised in America. You understand? It was an older Filipino nurse. She play with it till it get. She put something like a clothespin. I was watching. You understand me? And they use the laser and they cut it. You could smell it burning.
Did you cry?
No, I never cried. But I tell them don't put me to sleep. And there is a thing in America they like putting you to sleep. You understand me? When they want to shave you.
Yes.
I say you're not going to shave me. You're not put me to sleep. You understand me? So I tell them no. So why you looking sideways, sister? Somebody? Is there anything?
No, there's just some horror stories with certain doctors from certain nation and the things that they do when they put the
Where in Ghana?
in Canada.
In Canada.
When
Yeah.
they put them to sleep, it's really nasty. What
Yeah, I
they
know
do.
people go to sleep when they cut off piece side, man. Yeah, they cut it, man. So I tell them nobody because they want to explain to me why they have to put me to sleep. Because I'm big and strong. If anything, they cannot resist me. And you will kick. Because this is you. Your whole half here, they black it off. Right? So I come and I say like, it was like 3 women, 3 men around me. White, all white, you know. So I said, what the hell is this? You understand me? So the woman, the Filipino woman playing with the captain, then she looking at me, what's wrong with you? I was like, duh. You understand me? So I moved the thing because it's a little mesh blue thing. And I look at everything they do, man. Then I have to watch. You understand me? So different people have different experience. Because I know a brother came to Israel. When he came to Israel, he's Jamaican too, he wasn't circumcised. So when you find out that he entered a certain place, the spirit convicted. Because I always tell people, man, if you don't circumcise, don't come. You understand me? He went in the bathroom and he circumcised himself. Didn't they tell you that there? Didn't they? Yadi was telling you?
No.
Yeah, they have to call ambulance at Mount Zion Infirmary. He just took a scissors and cut it off himself.
No. Madness.
Yeah, Yadi was telling you. Yeah, we all there Passover night, we hear the scream like the midnight cry. Brother have big beard too, you know. So you see, he did that because it was a spirit that led him to do that, man. Because I was convicted, man. He took a scissors, he went to the bathroom, he cut that thing himself. Jedediah. We all was there looking, and I was like, the Musa is great, man. You understand me? You cannot go to the holiest of holies and play. Because when Joshua entered the land, Joshua did the circumcision before any tribe took their land. Right? Read on, Cap.
And it shall be a token of an eternal covenant between me and you.
So that's the meaning of circumcision. Meaning it transformed from unclean to clean. And all of you have brothers, sisters, relatives, you have to tell them to circumcise. If the Most High should come now, the Most High is perfect. You cannot say God will understand and pick up somebody unclean. Right? Read on.
And the child on the 8th day he shall be circumcised, every male throughout their generation, him that is born in a house, or whom he hath bought with money from any stranger.
So even if you buy a servant, the servant has to be circumcised. Why? Think about it. Why the servant have to be circumcised? But why you have to be circumcised if you're buying?
Because he's not part of your household.
And the one thing. Exactly. What if, because he's a servant, if he's the one dealing with the lamb, that lamb cannot be for Passover. He touched the lamb, who are you going to give that lamb to? Right? So even that's why when we go to Israel to buy the lamb, we have to buy the lamb from different people. You cannot buy it from everybody. Right? Read on.
Whom he hath acquired, who is not by thy seed. He that is born in thy house will surely be circumcised. And those whom thou hast bought with money will be circumcised. And my covenant will be in your flesh for an eternal ordinance. And all the uncircumcised male who is not circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin on the 8th day, that soul will be cut off from his people.
So the Most High say he'll be the one cut you off. So a lot of people today, they've been cut off, naturally. So you can teach them the word, they just cannot see. Right? Read on.
For he hath broken my covenant. And God said unto Abraham, as for Sarai thy wife, her name will no more be Sarai, but Sarah.
But what?
Sarah.
Shara. What's the meaning of Shara? Aishayar? Mayana? Your mother, Shara. Her mother, Princess. Give her a round of applause. Read on.
And and as for thy wife, her name will no more be Sarai, but Sarah will be her name. And I shall bless her and give her a son by her, and I shall bless him, and he will become a nation, and kings of nations will proceed from him. And Abraham fell on his face and rejoiced, and said in his heart, shall a son be born to him that is 100 years old?
So Abraham was how much years old?
100 years.
And still dropping pipe. So deacon, don't let nobody tell you you're old. No, you have to cover your face and do what the time. Abraham was 100. You hear me a war? Jedediah here. Don't give up hope.
No good advice.
This is our forbearance. Even David said, just make sure you come in the bed and lie beside me. Abraham said, I'm 100. Will I still get children in the age of 100? And he don't even get Isaac yet. He don't even make Keturah yet. You understand me? But now look at it. When you reach 50, you make the black woman tell you you're old. Eh? You just reached prime age. Isaac married at 40. You understand me? So when you reach 100, you just reached prime age. Adam lived 900 years. You have 800 more to go. If you die before that, your wife kill you. A lot of women are murderers, kill their husbands. Hey, as wicked as Eve is, Adam still lived 900 years. And look how righteous we is today, and we get up past 75 years. Something wrong. Something is wrong. That's why I tell you, I don't believe in death. Even if I go to sleep, I believe I'll be rise again. That death thing I mean don't work. Because when the Most High created us, He never created us to sick and die. He created us for everlasting life. That's why the Bible said the wages of sin is what? Death. But the what?
We gift of God is eternal life.
Is what?
Eternal life.
So the eternal life was given to us. But disobedience and sin want to take that away from and the woman can. Disobedience, sin, and woman. 3 in 1. Right? Read on.
And shall Sarah, who is 90 years old.
Oh, what was Sarah?
90 years old.
So you see that, Deacon? Don't make she tell her she's tired. Sarah was 90-year-old Kawakam. Just imagine. You hear your father, your 100-year-old father, your 90-year-old mother in the room. Close your door, boy. Get out. Just imagine that. I need some privacy, Ishmael. Just imagine. Ishmael, get the hell out. When you look, your father is 100 with a walking stick and your mother is 90. See that? Only black people do stuff like this. Right? Read on.
And Abraham said to God, unto God, oh, that Ishmael might lay before thee. And God said, yea, and Sarah also will bear thee a son.
Read.
And thou wilt call his name Isaac. And I shall establish my covenant with him, an everlasting covenant, and for his seed after him. And as for Ishmael also, I have heard thee, and behold, I shall bless him, and make him great, and multiply him exceedingly. And I will beget 12 princes, and I shall give him a great nation.
So Ishmael is 12 princes. Name them. Who can name them? Sister Mayana, you're the staff student. We know you know. Do you think she knows a man? She knows. Stand for me now. Name me Ishmael 12 prince. Stand. Ishmael? Alright, stand and ask for help.
Isabella.
Isabella, stand. We didn't have to list them. Name them. Ask for help. Everybody head down. Who? Who? Sister Samara, she called it. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Tunisia. It's 12 of them. 12 kingdoms in the Arab world. You understand me?
Oh, United Emirates.
But that, remember, that's just some Arab country together. You have to separate them. It's 12 princes, because they rule in Africa too. Under Tunisia, Morocco. They rule here. It's 12 of them. 12 kingdoms. So it's not hard. Can? But don't say Iraq and Iran. Then there might be a problem. Because when they tell most people to do, because they're Muslim country, they name them. But Ishmael have 12 princes.
So is Afghanistan part of it?
Yes, definitely. Afghan, 12 empire.
Elder. How did Egypt become a Muslim country?
Because the Arabs conquered, just like how they conquered Ghana. Because the Arab slave trade was just as bad as the white slave trade. The Arabs some dirty people, man. I think I despise them more than Esau. But God despises Esau, so I have to follow God. Right? Have a seat. So now your list goes 12 countries. Right? Find them. Read what you have, Captain.
This is the first book of Chronicles, chapter 1, verse 29.
129. First book of Chronicles.
These are their generation, the firstborn of Ishmael,
Read.
Nebiot,
Nebiat.
then Kedar.
So where you find Nebiat today? Ishmael first son. It's easy. Saudi Arabia.
Yes, and Aaron.
It's easy. You know the firstborn. Just like Esau first son. Who is Esau first son? Say I never teach you. Who? Who's Esau first son? El. Esau first son. So who is Esau first son today? What nation today is Esau first son? Esau first son was Eliphaz. So which nation today is Eliphaz? Sister Samar. Which nation today is Eliphaz? Esau first son. So the first thing she will start to think. If you get it wrong, as soon as I tell you, you're going to say yes. First son today, Eliphaz.
Today,
Yes.
Eliphaz.
Yes. What nation is it today?
The people call themselves Jews.
No. That's Amalek. That's a grandson.
Okay.
Eliphaz. Awar. Sit. We know it's in the minds of Awar. Why you always do this to me? Ask Awar what the meaning of first fruits 50 days from the Passover. Why? Mayan. What do they call Russia?
White Russia.
No? Mother Russia.
Yes.
They tell you!
Yes, they do.
No Russia name Mother Russia.
Yes.
Everybody call Russia Mother Russia. So he's the head. That's why he's so strong. That's why he dictates. Yes, Mother Russia. Don't they call it that?
So how come they never conquer Africa?
Because it's not about conquer. They conquer the Chinese. The Chinese were slave for them. When Rus went up there in the 8th century. Because Rus named after Russia. Rus, that was their first leader. Rus, he was dreadful. He tall, they say, was 7'3". His beard was down here. He conquered Russia and Serbia. He was a bad man. When they Google Rus, he was bad. They say he fight in the cold. They say he don't wear no shirt in the cold. Just like you used to Putin in the ice water swimming. Because Putin is almost 70. Did you all know that? And Putin, what they catch him do? Riding a what? A beer? You think they say Putin riding a beer? In the cold. You understand me? So Russia is Mother Russia. That's what they call it, Mother Russia. Yabe! Join them. Read on, Cap. We soon finish. No. Shammai, listen. Soon finish that page, right? We have one more page and then that's it.
But my covenant shall I establish with Isaac, whom Sarah will bear to thee.
In these days and the next year, and he left off speaking with him, and God went out unto him, and he took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and whom he had bought with money, every male in his house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin.
And what did Abraham do?
Circumcised.
So after the angel finished with him, Abraham went in his house and he circumcised everybody. Right? Read on.
And on the selfsame day was Abraham circumcised.
So who circumcised Abraham? Who? You? Stop it.
Sarah.
His wife.
Say hey.
Put it in her hand and cut it. Make sure you watch what you're doing, little baby. Read on.
And all the men
Tell
of
them, sister, you want to go for the knife and come. How much of your husband here trust your wife like that? How much of you trust her? For that whole year, you cannot get on her nerves in the weekend. You cannot make sure you have no bad mood with you. Or no bad vibes. But just imagine you and I just fight. And you and I just fight today. And you went outside to pray and meditate and the angel come to you and tell you this. And you have to go back down to her and say, honey, come. The angel say, I must circumcise. Here's a knife.
So Abraham circumcised all his children. How come around being circumcised? I mean, I don't know. But the Muslims here in Ghana, they do it.
Every Muslim circumcised.
Oh,
Every Muslim. Every Muslim circumcised.
The Indians are who?
Elam.
The Indians.
Elam. They come from a different tribe. They don't circumcise. They're nasty. What you were saying, Kat? Some of the Muslims, because they take something out, they non-clean. But every Arab tribe circumcised. The Jewish man, how do we circumcise?
They buy.
They bite it. Have you ever been there?
What?
Been at their circumcision?
No.
You know, I was working for a Jewish school, so I've been to a couple. Some of them have herpes, a transmitted disease. And they have to bite the foreskin of the baby. I was one of the first one who bring that out though. Because I don't know if you remember, I was talking to the Jewish man and I said, you've been molested before, right? I said, I'll go home and assume appearance. And I asked him, I said, how did you circumcise? He said, they bite it, bro, they bite it. I said, so your cut was in somebody else's mouth. Right? Read on, Cap.
and all
And on the same day,
and on the same day was Abraham circumcised, and all the men of his house, and those born in the house, and all those whom he had bought with money from the children of the stranger, were circumcised with him. This law is for all generations.
For what?
Forever.
No, we should stop it.
Forever.
Read on.
And there is no circumcision of the days, and no omission of 1 day out of the 8 days.
Read on.
For it is an eternal ordinance.
It's a what?
Eternal ordinance.
Read.
Ordained and written on the heavenly tables.
So you see, it's right in heaven too. And this, all this Abraham was done in what? In the Feast of Pentecost. Right? So I have one more and then we'll finish up here. What page was that? I think 161. All right, yes. So we read about Jacob, Abraham, and circumcision. So first fruit, this period, Abraham circumcised. So this is when Abraham fully crossed over. Come? We want to see what Jacob did. And then we want to see how YAHAWAH fulfilled it. Come? All right, so this page captured and then that's it. Then we'll start the early feasting. The children are not a test today though. Okay?
Come.
All right?
Come. Jubilees 1:6-1. And Israel took his journey from Haran.
So when it said Israel took his journey from Haran, who is this Israel it's talking about? Jacob. Right? So one, stand.
Really?
1:6-1.
Jubilee 161. Meaning of Israel, sir.
1:6-1.
Yes, the meaning of Israel.
Chapter is XL1 IV. XL.
Why are you looking there? What's the meaning of Israel?
I.
Hold on, Shammai. And you cannot say an Israelite and don't know the meaning of Israel. What's the meaning of Israel, sir? Yeah, 20 CDs. What? Right. Mayan, what's the meaning of Israel? Meaning of Israel. If you're Israelite, you have to know what that mighty name is. I don't know what you're answering me, you're asking me. Captain Mayan, 20 cities. Kawakab. Kawakab. Captain.
The righteous prince of power.
Give Kawakab a round of applause. But you see how the Most High judge. When Jacob and Esau in the womb, the Most High never tell Solomon. But you see when Jacob come out and took somebody's birthright, what the Most High said? Righteous prince of power. Just imagine that. Just like David, the Most High said David is a man after his own heart, right? So the Most High do things you cannot comprehend. So continue, Captain.
So we're reading from the book of Jubilees, page 161, chapter 44. And Israel took his journey from Haran, from his house on the new moon.
So when he said Israel took his journey from Haran, where was Israel at? Where was Jacob at Haran? He said Haran. Arad is the area. The community is Arad. Tel Arad, holy city. But he said it was at Haran. Where was that? Haran. Arad is the tabernacle, you can't live there. Where I took you to Mount Zion, that's the tabernacle, you can't live there. So where was he? Miami. I tell you all this. He was in Hebron. Hebron, where he buried? That's where he lived. Hebron. Okay? Around Hebron. Just as Psalms 133. Right? So read on, Cap.
From his house on the new moon on the 3rd month.
So Jacob leave his house and when?
On
the
the
new
10th
moon
month.
and the 3rd month again. So you see, it's impossible for January to be the 1st month of the year.
That's right.
Because the 3rd month would be March. Right? Read on.
And he went on the way of the wall of the well of the oak, and offered a sacrifice to the God of his father Isaac.
So he leave his house, now he's in Zion. So he's going somewhere. So on his journey somewhere, he stopped in Zion and he offered a sacrifice. Because what it was? The 3rd month, which is first fruits. So now, what is your sacrifice? Read on, Cap.
On the 7th of this month.
And the 7th what?
Of this month. And Jacob remembered the dream that he had seen at Bethel, and he feared to go down into Egypt.
So no, he was on a journey. So you have a dream, you understand me? About him bowing to someone, but he never knew he was going to bow to. So by this dream he had, he's saying I fear to go where?
Into Egypt.
Read on.
And while he was thinking of sending word to Joseph to come into him, and that he would not go down, he remained there 7 days.
He remained there what?
7 days.
So you see that? So it was a 7-day journey from Israel to where? To Egypt. So when he wanted to go into Egypt now, he was cautious. So he never be hasty. He said remain where he was at. For how many days?
7 days.
Read on, Cap.
If perchance he should see a vision as...
So he was waiting for God. How many times you make move in your life? Do you wait on the Most High? Do you even ask the Most High?
No.
Here goes our father. He was asking the Most High. And let's see why. Read on.
If perchance he should see a vision as to whether he should remain or go down. And he celebrated the harvest festival of the first fruits.
So he did what?
Celebrated the harvest festival of the first fruits.
So the first fruit was between the 7th of the 3rd month to the 14th of the 3rd month. Can?
Can.
So it's around the new moon, the full moon. Do you see where I'm coming from? So it was in the middle of the 3rd month. Read on, Cap.
With old grain.
Read what?
Old grain.
So he celebrated the feast of the first fruit. When they say old grain, what that meant? Think. Sister Samara, what is it? I have to call it. I'm not going to say it to call it until maybe tabernacle. So what, when you say old grain, what it means?
It was the grains that was from the year before.
From the year before. Look at that. You see that? We have Samara one year, we have the scholars in today. So he said he celebrated with the old grain. So like some of your store food, so you have the rice where you have from 2019 until now. You might have some Indomie from 2018. That's what he offered. But he still offered something. But the question is, why did he offer the old grain? Read on, Cap.
For in all the land of Canaan,
For in all the land of Africa,
there was not a handful of seed in the land.
there was no seed springing up. Read.
For the famine,
For the what?
the famine,
For the what?
the famine,
For the what?
the famine
Read on.
was over all the beasts and cattle and birds, and also over man.
So how long was the famine? Huh? 40 days. That's the flood. YAHAWAH, how long was the famine?
4 years.
4 years. Stan? Mayan, how long was the famine? All right. Deacon, the famine.
7 years.
7 years. It was actually years. But 7. Great famine was 7 years. But for 7 years prior, it lead up to it. So 7 years. The deacon a round of applause. But the answer was 15 years. Because that's where Joseph came in. Remember the vision that Joseph see? And Pharaoh gave it the understanding. Because you see, one thing that we have to look at as Israelites, the most predicament thing that happened in the world, in our history, we never get the vision. The Most High went to the Edens with the vision. So you see when YAHAWAH come and say watch and pray, he mean you have to watch and pray. So if you hear Esau come out here and say, oh, the storm going to come today, don't close your eyes. Because Nebuchadnezzar was the one who get the vision for the destruction of the world. See? You understand me? How many man was in Israel? Did the Most High give it to an Israelite?
No.
The Most High give it to Nebuchadnezzar. So Pharaoh, so when you go and see the vision that Joseph and Ram for Pharaoh, it was 14 years. Just like the Great Tribulation. The tribulation is 7 years, right? But 3.5 years in that 7 years might be great tribulation. So with the famine, it was 7 years. But it was great famine for 7 more years. So the old grain that our father have, it was from what he said from that 7 years. Understood?
Come.
Read on.
And on the 16th, the Lord appeared unto him and said unto him,
Read on.
Jacob.
So the 16th was when? The full moon. And the 15th sundown is the middle of every month. So now on the 16th, it was a what? Full moon. Who appeared unto him?
The Lord.
But the black people tell them who come on the full moon, witches, right? So who they call witch?
The Lord.
So you see that? Read on.
The Lord appeared unto him and said unto him, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here I am. And he said unto him, I am the God of thy fathers, the God of Abraham and Isaac. Fear not to go down into Egypt.
So the Most High said, don't have no fear. So he still wouldn't move until God directed. And how God directed? In vision. But guess how you black people want God to direct you? He must come to you because you have influence. Y'all think you are valuable or you have something, you have a personal relationship with him. So God have to come to you like I'm speaking to you to talk. That's how you feel, right? That's why if a pastor come in Ghana and say, God send him, y'all believe. But even our father Jacob was there waiting for a vision. Waiting for a dream.
That's right.
Right? Read on, Cap.
For I will there make of thee a great nation.
Read on.
And I shall go down with thee, and I shall bring thee out again. And in this house and in this land wilt thou be buried. And Joseph will put his hands upon thy eyes. Fear not.
So when he said Joseph will put his hand upon his eyes, what he meant by that? And the Most High telling him, no, the land of Israel is barren. So go to Egypt. I'm with you in Egypt. When you go to Egypt, Joseph will put his hand upon your eyes. To do what? No? To reveal who he was. I never know that was his son. Deacon, honest now. If a woman come to you Monday at work, and the woman come to you and say, Deacon, this son what I have here is for you. He's 9-year-old. Be honest, will you tell your wife? This son what you have here is 9-year-old. Oh, you my face, sister Yawana, and said, this woman come to me and say I have a 9-year-old son. But put it this way now. What if now it become a family? Great family in the land for 14 years. And then you find out now you have a son in Togo. And your son in Togo rich of everything. Would you hesitate? You don't hesitate. You're going to your son. Listen, your father needs this, your brother and sister need that, right? So when he never know that the leader of Egypt was his child. So the Most High said, go. When you go, he will reveal himself.
Fear not. Go down into Egypt, unto Egypt. And the sons rose up, and the sons, and they placed their father and their possession upon the wagons.
So the father was on the horse, the boys walk, and the grandchildren walk. Read on.
And Israel rose out from the well of the oaks on the 16th of this 10th month.
So let me ask a question now. How many tribes went into Israel? Mayana? 10. Good question, good answer. No, I know somebody would say 12. Read on.
And he went to the land of Egypt. And Israel sent Judah before him.
So question, so what period of time did we went into Egypt? What period of the year did we went into Egypt?
The 10 months.
The 3rd month, meaning this period. I don't know if it's any country. Right? We go to Egypt this month of the year. Right? Read on.
And Israel sent Judah before him to his son Joseph.
So you see that? So a father now said, I'm not just going there now because everything about us was war. So he sent his strongest son. Who was his strongest son? Judah. Nobody was a better fighter than Judah. Nobody. When I read the book of the testament of the 12 patriarchs, he said no matter how high the wall is, Judah will jump in. You understand me? Judah was vicious. Judah could jump his own house. You understand me? So then read the book of the 12 patriarchs, he said Judah was bad. So what he did, he sent Judah along with him. Because Judah worked with 2 other tribes. Because each corner, 3 tribes can hold each corner. Right? Read on, Cap.
And Israel sent Judah before him to his son Joseph to examine the land of Goshen. For Joseph had told his brothers that they should come and dwell there, that they might be near him.
So you see that? So Joseph knew exactly who they were. Joseph knew who they were. So when Judah go know, Joseph said, listen, y'all can come. You understand me? So you see, even our tradition for we to enter somebody's house, do you see how our father, didn't God tell him to go? But God tell him to go, but what way and manner God tell him to go? We have principle that we go by. We have to send and ask. So when he asked, now Joseph said what? Let's go. You all come. Read.
And this was the goodness. And this was the goodness land in the land of Egypt.
So when they go now, Joseph said, you are staying in the best land on the land of Egypt. What's the name of that land? What name was it? What the name of it today? And who named it?
Alexander the Greek.
The name of the land today is Alexandria. Right? Yes. That's the land of Goshen. So that's why now you'll see the white man still cannot find the crossing. Because he's still looking for Goshen. But it wasn't in Goshen today on the map, it would be in Alexandria. Right? So that was the best promised land in Egypt. Read on there?
For all of them and also of the cattle. And these are the names of the sons of Jacob who went into Egypt with Jacob their father.
Read.
Reuben,
Verse 10. Okay, that's it. Right? It's so giving you the genealogy of us that went into the land. But all these things taking place in different transition of our foreparents and the feast of first fruits. But what really happened now, YAHAWAH came to fulfill that. Right? Because YAHAWAH risen in the counting of the first fruits. So he was the first fruits. YAHAWAH sent the Holy Spirit when? And the first fruits. You understand me? So you see, the rebuilding back of Jerusalem will begin when? After me. You know why? Because by prophecy, YAHAWAH should be back for the Passover. Didn't he say, I'll not drink this wine with you until in the kingdom? No. Didn't he say that? So by prophecy, everything that takes place is between these three feast days. Passover, deliverance from Egypt. Can?
Come.
Did you leave Egypt for the Passover?
Come.
When did they burn Jerusalem? 70 AD. Passover night.
That's right.
Would we even know this? The white man put information right there in Masada. You understand me? He put in history, everything there. So for first fruits, no, it's when most wedding keep on the planet Earth. What month? June. Most wedding keep on the planet Earth in June. Most women get pregnant in June. The best weather of the earth, June. Do you all know that? Or do you examine it? Yeah, June. June weather. Right? June weather is the best weather, they said. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's perfect. It's not too much rain, so most people try to have a June wedding. You understand me? Most people will get pregnant June. So you have July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Where the March and April means? Who in here born March and April? Late March, early April. Who? What month you born? Late March. So you see, your father and your mother can see me in June. Yeah, in June. Your mother was June 25th. Your father shoot up the box. You understand me? So that's the result. Can? So this evening and the further class will discuss all the fulfillment of YAHAWAH with the first fruits and what the betterment we have to offer us going forward. You understand me? Because all the feast day, get me 16, Captain, go. Deuteronomy 16, verse 16. Sister Yawana, why are you sleeping, mother? Deacon keeping you up at night? Okay, I'm just checking.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 16. 3 times in a year.
What God said?
3 times in a year.
So the Most High said 3 times in a year.
Shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God.
And the woman, and when he said male, I know some of you think it's just man only. But the woman in the Bible also comes as male in certain aspects. That's your whole soul, your head. Easily proven. Oh my, how can Matatu prove that? First Samuel. When the man, when Panan bring them up, he bring his 2 wives and he give both of them their portion. Now when they go, you have to bring portion. So that's why when you go, I say, you all cannot live together. You have to be separate. Get it? First Samuel. So the Most High said 3 times a year, we all should do what? Appear before him. You understand me? So that's why I'm telling everybody, y'all have to try to make pilgrim to Jerusalem. After Passover, I came here and I thought that everybody should try to get their Passover already. How many people get it? Passport. How many people get it? Huh? Yeah, it needs to be done. In Jacob time, he never need passport to go to Egypt. You understand me? You just walk up and say, listen, let me talk to the leader. And he enter Egypt. Now you need passport, you need COVID card, you need yellow fever card. You see the difference? You see your time pass? You understand me? Read what you have, Cap. Start at verse 1.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 1. Now there was a certain man of Ramothim Zophim of Mount Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah.
He was where?
From the Mount of Ephraim.
So you know where the Mount of Ephraim is? Take Jerusalem. Right? Read on.
And his name was Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zoph, an Ephraimite.
And who?
An Ephraimite.
Read on.
And he had 2 wives.
He have what?
2 wives.
Read.
The name of the one was Anna,
Read.
and the name of the other Peninnah.
Read on.
And Peninnah had children, but Hannah had no children.
Jump to verse 9.
Verse 9. So Anna rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh.
So when he said they eaten in Shiloh, let me get to it. All right, jump to verse 4, Captain. Go back to 4.
The book of 1 Samuel 1, verse 4. And when the time was that Elkanah offered, he gave to Peninnah.
He gave to who?
Peninnah, his
Read.
wife,
Read.
and to all the sons and her daughters portions.
Read on.
But unto Anna he gave a war portion.
So look at this. People contemplating the amount of portion they get from their husband to give to the Lord. Where could you find this in Israel? See that? When they go to Jerusalem, the man have to give his wife's portion to give to the Lord. And Anna have a problem that he gets small portion to give to his wife, to give to the Lord. But yet we today don't want to give God nothing. Right? Read on.
But Anna he gave a war portion, for he loved Hannah.
You?
He loved Hannah.
Read on.
But the Lord had shut out a womb.
Who shut the womb?
The Lord.
Read on.
And her adversaries also provoked her sore, for to make her fret, because the Lord had shut up a womb.
Verse 7.
And as he did so year by year,
Read.
when she went out to the house of the Lord,
Read.
so she provoked her.
So when did the man and woman go to Jerusalem together? Year by year. So go to verse 9.
Verse 9. So Anna rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh.
So where's Shiloh? Jerusalem. So after they have meal in Jerusalem, read on.
And after they had drunk, and Eli the priest sat upon a seat by a post of the temple of
So
the
you
Lord.
see, so that's what the whole mission was. It was our whole family going up here. You can go back and look, see when YAHAWAH was separated from Mary then. You understand me? The only requirement was we used to take the boys up at 12. Because 12, we call it bar mitzvah. What is a bar mitzvah?
Introducing from child to
To manhood. Do you hear that, Deacon? So what is bar mitzvah? Bar mitzvah. They call it bar mitzvah. What is that? From children to adulthood. So Zarak stand. Even when they are 100, the father will never see as an adult. So he would have to go up 2 years ago. He's 14. So by right, you'd have to go up at 12. And you have to give him his gift to bring. So that's the age when he started to bring his own gift. You understand me? So you have to give him a lamb, maybe some doves, his oil, his frankincense. So that would be his portion. So we used to have our bar mitzvah at 12. Brothers still do it in America. Every school, y'all do it, right? Oh, also David, we still do it. And we have it for the girl, whenever the girl reach her flowers, they present it to the school too. We still do deal with culture like that. Because then you know, when the woman is ready to marry, the young girl in the school ready to marry, the father will have to come back to the leadership and tell us. And cases we tell them she's too young, give it more time. But we don't see the maturity in that child. So at 12, YAHAWAH went up to Jerusalem, right? When he went up to Jerusalem, how happy was he? He was in the temple just talking all night for 2 days. Just imagine you can't find somebody for 2 days. When they go to the temple, he's in there teaching. Just in there talking to everybody, how exciting it was. That's our joy for us then, going to Jerusalem. But no, where's our joy? What joy do we have today? You understand me? All the young men then, because even when they read the story of King David, when I read the story of King David, what was King David's job? Shema. As a young man, what was his job? We have two, don't tell me shepherd.
How?
That was one. What was the second job? Huh? You only know shepherd, why? So what was his next job? Ask for help. And this team, what you're picking, you are paying for this. Ask for help.
Musician?
Huh?
Yeah, he was playing.
He was playing the harp. That was not a job. We have one more job to do. And for that job, you end up, you see, true word. For that job, you end up when you have to fight Goliath.
Oh, second boy.
Huh?
Second boy.
What that mean?
He was going to. Then he was sent to run errands. Yes.
He went sent to do stuff. What was he sent to do? Your clothes.
Hey.
That's it. That's it. He was the one when the parents took the parents said, listen, come, here's the food. Wherever your bigger brother was, go give it to them. So when he go there, unfortunately that day Goliath was saying, all of you is bunch of, what the word did you use that?
God.
Cover. That was a nice word. You understand me? Sissy. In Jamaica we would say the P word. You understand me? I captain, what word they teach me again? Forget it. But Goliath was there saying, look at all you evil, you bunch of sissy. You ain't no man. You're a coward and everything. And then David said, listen man, it's too much. Let me get a try. You understand me? Because David never used stone kill Goliath. Stop thought that reddish. The stone knocked his ass to the ground, David chopped his leg off. Yes. That's what killed Goliath. Yes. So I know Christian show tell about David use a slingshot and a stone kill him. Don't believe that madness. You understand me? Wherever the stone hit him, whenever he get busy, chopping off his head, that's what killed him. Stone never kill him. Huh? When David chopped his head off, he parried around with it. And he even said David had to rush. When the stone hit him and he fell, David had to rush and hurry up, chop his head off. So David would be like Kelvin. Y'all working. Sister, you want to give Kelvin the food to come and deliver. And Kelvin come and deliver the food. You see, just imagine you got the bush all day with sheep. And as soon as they come in, your mother said, boy, take this food, carry it and give it to your brother. Just imagine that. Now people have attitude. They have a cell phone. They want delivery service. They want everything under the sun. But that was happiness then. Just imagine, did David ever bring food to his brother anymore? No. You think so? Because Saul took him and Saul said, "You're in the royal house today." Would David ever bring sheep to the bush anymore? Hey, remember, even Saul put a place at his table for David. Even Saul said, "I want to kill him." And when David don't show up, Saul still was angry. No, David can eat at the king's house. Saul comes, Saul said, "David, you see this one here? She's my wife. She's my daughter.
Okay.
So go marry her."
Okay.
A king ever give you a wife? It's a good thing. Because as soon as you follow to the king take back his daughter. Big Saul did that.
Yeah.
Big Saul did that, which was wickedness. Yeah? And Saul will give her to her next man, and that man was so wicked, slept with her. And David become king, David go right back for his wife.
Right.
You understand me? So even by then, David wasn't even 20 yet. But the Most High was preparing for something great. Huh? So with that, I say Shabbat Shalom. Any question? Yes, my brother.
He said, unclean. The scripture says eat fish or anything that is clean with a fish, which has scales and things. But in a situation whereby you go to maybe a restaurant to get a food and you have unclean food,
You have to know what you that's excuse.
I was able to some kind and I'm not saying, it's the root to me to or to kiss over told me.
Listen, man, the man I went to a store to buy food. When I go there, I see them serve some green soup. And I said, "Well, that soup so green." And she let me know that they might sell bushmeat. So when the man come to serve the food, I asked him, I said, "Do you sell what? A canteen?"
I can't see
A canteen again. And I asked him, he said, "Yes." When we look in the man plate, we see the rat head. The man, they convinced me, tell me they cook it in different pot. I said, "But it's the same plate, right?" He couldn't answer me. We just get up and leave that place. You start kissing. Go ahead, buddy.
Even too. Every day, say, you go home, clean on cleaner. Up at the man, all day with the you do have one review. That's it. Because, you do have one because if you never got told, if they're making a piano was it, and then we know I have a if you are no one can see the clean. I'm going to say that you know clean to do have one review.
Let them know. But he can tell you.
Says he will advise you not to eat outside. He might not know what he is eating. So he will love for him to cook by himself so that he will know, oh, this is what I'm cooking today.
Can you cook, my brother? What you can cook? Ghana dishes. I want to soon open a restaurant, man. No pork on my farm. Need a clean restaurant. You understand me? Because it's very important for me. If I even find out that I smell like that, I might commit suicide. Me. Unclean. I grew up in Adventist, so that's why my spirit might be so crass. You understand me? So although Adventists is in Christianity, they still teach us some morals. You understand me? They still teach us enough not to defile the temple. So we have to be careful.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You see, this one.
Speak up if you understand.
Yeah, this one.
Shammai. Listen.
This one, it has happened to me before. We are not buying their own things to be like a restaurant and it's mixed. The fish and everything is mixed in one pot, like the next thing, fish and one and the soup is heavy. So I told the woman that I can't buy it, but she told me all the fishes come from the same sea. And all the fishes and both the clean and everything come from the same sea. So if you won't eat the unclean one, buy the clean one and what? Eat it. So
You see, that's why I think you see, yesterday, hold on, Rapper, hold on. That's why yesterday on the radio program I make a definite difference in terms of all animals. In the animal world, different animals eat different things. The kokosechi is different from the raven. But they are birds, right? But they eat different. Just like in the lion world. You understand me? America, the American lion, it's different from the lion in Africa. Am I right? Just like in the bear world. The bear will eat berries all day. But the polar bear, not hunting for no berries, because there's no berries in the North Pole. Because the polar bear is the only animal that literally hunts human beings. So just in the human world today, why we are eating the same way? Stand by and laugh. Have you ever eaten ants before?
ants?
Yeah.
What is that? I prefer we get it.
Oh,
Have you ever eaten bees before?
bees. No.
But it's only clean.
Yes.
And the bees is unclean.
Yes.
It's only good for you.
Yes.
So tell them that's why the fishes in the sea, it's still different. Because the Bible said the sea is his own world. The sea is his own world. The whale not swimming where the redfish swim. If the redfish buck the whale in it, if the whale buck the redfish in his part, what will happen with that redfish?
Yeah.
One ocean, but do they swim the same place?
No, ever. So let's use the bee as an example. If you buy a bee, then there's a dead honey and there's a dead bee inside. You take the dead bee and you still eat the bee.
But it's different.
Hey, you still eat the honey.
It's a difference. Total difference. That bee is known as an insect. So certain insect is clean to consume, certain insect is not clean to
So
consume.
what insect is clean?
Grasshopper, locust. I see people do it good, I will taste it. Fry it, eat it. Papa, what is it, sir?
Come on, Ebony, what I felt like almost Ebony, I do the same one. I'm not what it means, I don't know. Still on
Eat red. Not eat red. Red is clean. Hey, find a red spot, eat red. So you make your own damn food.
I say, I
When I came here, I ate a lot of red.
and so we do understand
Until I get my own personal
personal
chef. Eat red. That you'll never fail. That's Captain about it.
Stop. Man, you need to tell them too that, remember, they're in the ocean, just like they're,
Just explain it to you. Hold on. Rappa explain it. Pastor Rappa, you finished? Pastor Rappa? Go ahead.
just like the ocean, the river, you have the catfish in the river, but unclean fish. But it was placed there for its own purpose.
Clean it.
Right, to clean it, right? So,
I don't feel it.
Hold on.
yeah, so it's the same with the ocean. They'll tell you all these things. What they're telling you is like they cook it, it's not in the same pot and all kind of thing, but don't let them play that trick on you. Because there's a time where the scripture says even the plate you break it. So if it touches it.
Ghana is lawless. In America, they all will be sued.
Oh yeah.
So no one eats crab in America.
No.
Different place. They put it in their food, they're rich. Because, like, certain people are allergic to it.
Yes.
In America, if you have a restaurant and somebody come there and eat, and something break out and then you have to pay the And I'm not talking 10,000 CDs.
No.
I'm talking 50, 60, 70,000 CDs.
They could run your place.
Sister Samara, your hand is up?
Oh, no, I was just referencing Leviticus 11, where it talks about, based on the restaurant situation, where it says that even the stove, you have to get rid of it.
No, no, what you want to do.
Yes, Papa.
No, no, what you want.
Number what you?
What you want now.
Martin.
What you want to put much on cleaning and me out of the flour. And what put on what the children.
But Papa never used to go to Sabbath church.
I'm walking out with the children. And I was going to be in a new woman down or there. I would not hear on cleaning.
So when you go to Sabbath church?
Nah, cleaning. No, no, sir. I don't swear I found.
So he was
That's some the young I'm in there.
What is it?
like when you buy fish from outside, fried fish from outside, they will have clean and clean mixed together with fried.
So buy somewhere where clean. Somebody must have it clean. Or cook yourself. Buy red. Because the fish that you are buying anyway, some fish like this. Get it.
Them red can. Oh, the you are. So one person I put to on pound.
Fresh fish. And then I'm going to still no. I do want to garden of our front very well.
So Rafa, days you don't eat beans, cook.
After a man of their own feed.
I would say, and yes, the Bian went to Togi's and
So we can close up now and enjoy the feast. The sisters are going to do the charity. And Captain coming with the charity today. See Captain well dressed with his lion chain. Any more questions?
Hey.
Zawan, we good? And listen. 1 minute. Everybody, you must pay whatever thing is on your test paper today. I can't. You're going to take the key.
That's right.
What is your past
12. Hold on. Stand for me. Hurry up, quickly. What tree did you get incorrect?
What tree?
Yes, did you get incorrect?
In gathering.
You get in gathering.
And then.
But did you know that tabernacle means in gathering?
Yeah, I also. It's also dwelling with tents and booths.
But in gathering, so you know, which other one you get incorrect?
5 and 2.
Did you know that?
I didn't know.
Okay, so you get one right. What about the Egypt?
Teacher, you took my paper.
So you get 12, right? So you get 12, right?
Elder, no,
You
took
get
my
12,
paper.
right? There was some could say the same thing. That Captain took his paper. So what is it, my brother?
I have one question. I came to Ghana.
Shamai? Go ahead.
I came to Ghana, I see a lot of vegetables and fruits.
You do?
When I came here,
Oh, I see fruits.
over on the other side, right, in Kotunsi, and people wouldn't eat it. I see chicken walking free, and I see a guy chasing a rat and a thing they call grass cutter. So I said, why the chicken walk free, and you're chasing that
I'm
thing?
trying to figure that out too.
Chicken is not working. Chicken is for someone. Rat is for no one.
That is not for nobody. Chicken for someone. Why I'm trying to
Elder, you need to take all of everybody, send them to Jamaica for 1 year. When they come back, they never do these things again.
They come back, they'll be different. They'll be
Just 1 year.
Hey, chicken and dog is not for free. It's for someone. But rat is for free.
I was driving and a dog came close. And a guy said, oh,
Kill it,
the
kill
dog, man, let me get him to eat.
Yeah, so kill it.
So that's it?
Yeah.
All right, let's enjoy the feast. Huh?
And they are not working. You can't catch them free. Hey.